All right, man. We just gonna go ahead and get it started.
Let's go, baby.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother Man.
The original, baby. Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome
What
back.
up, what up,
welcome
what
back.
up, what
welcome
up? What's
back.
going on?
Yes, sir. This is episode 182, and we call this one What's Going On?
Yeah,
I know what's going on.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I had one job.
Yeah, it's okay, man. I'm used to it now, bro. Like, he got one job. The man had one job. He had one
Not
job.
you used to it, though. Like I just air things out and mess things up on a regular basis,
No.
man.
See, they didn't even know what was going on. They didn't know what was going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Glad I
I
got
mean,
my
what's
brother.
going on? What's going
Nah,
on?
man. Apparently, man, I got Ray sitting in here today with me, baby.
Yeah, you know, you call
Brother Ray.
it what you want, man.
Baby, Brother RC, baby.
You know what I
Ray
mean?
Charles.
Stevie.
Oh, you going Stevie?
Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terminator X.
Okay. Wow.
Terminator X.
Wow. It's definitely a new week, same me.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just
Nothing
saying.
changes with
Terminator
that.
X. No, there's
Nothing
nothing
changes with that.
Never changed.
Hey,
Talk
man.
to him, though. Talk
Hey,
to
listen,
him.
man, there's a lot going on this week, man. There's been a lot going on, period. You know, before we get into that, though, like we do each and every week, man, we started off by, seeing how each other was doing, man.
Right, yeah.
First off, how was your week, man?
Week was good, man. Week was good. Everybody, I relaxed, worked a little, watched some football,
Mm-hmm.
watched some TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed it. Enjoyed life. You know how it go. You know how it is.
Absolutely,
You know
absolutely.
what it is. How were you? How was your week?
Weekend was good, and like I said, the same thing. I'm so glad football season's back. So glad. You know what I mean? Able to see right now, my beloved Birds is playing. Depending on if you're watching this live right now, you know what I mean. It's my beloved Birds are playing, my Eagles, and we'd like to come away with a win tonight. But that's every week, So we're gonna see what goes on with that. So weekend was fine. Football's back. It's calm. I like it.
Calm like
like
this,
it.
like you was dealing with the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. At the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, bro, you got a quote of the day for us, brother?
Yeah, I got a quote. Got a quote of the day. Nothing happens in the real world unless it first happens in the images in our heads. Once again,
Right.
nothing happens in the real world unless it first happens in the images of our head. And that is from Gloria Gloria A. I'm not even going to mess that
Right.
up. That's not even going to do that. Nope. How you say
Yeah.
her last name?
Anzo Dua.
Yeah.
Something silent.
Yeah, we gonna go.
I think we probably messing it up. Something's probably silent.
Something
in it.
solid in.
Like they're pronouncing that's silent.
Yeah.
We're trying to sound that. We're trying to use our phonics to be able to.
Yeah. Hooked on
get that.
phonics, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, was you
yeah.
on the sweet pickle bus?
No, but I was hooked on phonics. I wasn't hooked on nothing else.
Oh, okay. No, I'm saying, was you on the remember sweet pickle?
Listen, smart moms know
Yeah.
how kids' minds grow
Right.
upon
Yeah.
the sweet
Sweet
pickle.
pickle bus.
Okay,
That's it.
yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and clap
Yeah.
it up for that.
Yeah.
But we wasn't on the sweet pickle
We
bus.
were not.
Lou was.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. As you
Yeah.
can see,
Yeah,
man.
hey, man, I'm
The
here,
shades
man.
don't
I'm
change.
here,
Eat
man.
that one, man. Eat that one. You'll protect your secrets until the podcast comes on.
I still protect secrets.
And then cat's out the bag, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I believe that, though. The images need to exist in your mind first. I
Right.
agree. If you can't visualize yourself successful, then you can't be successful.
Okay.
If you can't visualize yourself doing the work, you'll never visualize yourself reaping the rewards. That's where the problem actually comes in at.
Here's a question. It's going to sound crazy.
No, it's not. Go ahead.
No. Do you think people who get addicted
Okay.
to a narcotic
Okay.
or alcohol or anything that actually visualize themselves to be that way ever?
So I think it's different in that regard. I think that and this is an assumption, I think the things that take place when they're under the influence of those things,
Right.
you know, prohibits their thought process into a lot of the different things that maybe you would think more about if that wasn't where you were in your life.
Right.
So to answer that, I don't think so because I think that they know what's going on. They're aware of what's taking place. You know what I mean? And I just think it's a different situation. Is everything all right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I don't know if that answers your question, but no, I don't think that I don't think they do. Now, I will say this though, in the grand scheme, but once again, visualizing your success, right, and visualizing yourself doing anything in life, I do think that a lot of times that's why people don't hit their marks, like they're never their greatest form of themselves. That's why I do think that because all they visualize themselves being is viewed by other people.
Right.
They don't visualize what they look like. They visualize how receptive people are to
Or
it.
or they're gonna think I'm weird and or that's what they be worried about.
All
Or they're
that.
gonna be worried about they're gonna think this corny. Because for example, if you look at a lot of the greats,
Hmm.
they did what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
Prince.
yeah,
Nobody else
Yeah.
was like Prince.
yeah, yeah. Nobody.
Nobody else was
Yeah,
like
nah,
Prince.
and I think they conquered it.
Yeah.
I think they conquered, the what they call it, the need of approval.
Right.
I think they got well in front of that situation and like embraced their individuality.
Right.
And I
Right.
think that that's what that is. So yeah, just to give some extra credit to the quote of the day. Yeah, I think if you can't visualize yourself not only being successful but doing the work to be successful, then you're going to find it very difficult to do that.
Right.
That's my response to that
Okay.
situation. Mhm.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like anything else, you would have to ask the great ones, like you said. Even I don't care if you're talking about in the sports world, the entertainment space. Ask every last one of them, what the key to their success was, and I think a lot of them will tell you that they were willing to put in the work,
Right.
and the work looked different than what they seen other people doing.
Right.
They saw other people doing just enough, and they wanted to exceed that. They wanted to be the greatest thing that they could be, or the greatest person they could be. So they said, okay, that's the bar, right? I got to be above the bar.
Yeah.
So I got to visualize myself doing the work that is higher than the standard of the bar.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see that. That's why I was saying in a negative light. Do people ever manage themselves in
I
a
think
negative
more or
light?
less you're trying to dodge disappointment. It's an assumption.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. When you're doing something, I think that you visualize yourself being better, but you don't always have the wherewithal or the energy to, pursue better. I don't think they're that. Here's the funny thing. When you really think about it from that perspective,
Right.
how far apart are they?
Just
right?
all you gotta do is do the opposite.
Right. But I
Yeah.
mean, how far apart if you're thinking about it? Like, if you're viewing yourself in your best health, in your best conditions, and you're most successful,
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that is still the thought of someone who has a problem that they're trying to handle.
Right.
If you're a person who does not have that issue, but you still want to see yourself at your peak performance self, I still think so. I don't think that it's that opposite. I think that it's actually pretty much still the same thing.
And I do too. I believe that too. But that's why I said that, because when the quote said nothing in real and nothing, let me put it up there again. Nothing happens in the real world unless it first happens in the images in our heads.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You got some people once they are in that stages.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They do envision themselves. I'm about to be as high as I can be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not trying to be funny. I'm just saying it works. That quote can work both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it does.
Yeah.
And it does.
Yeah.
And I think that that's part of.
We need these. We need people like that in the world, though, bro, because it
What kind of people?
people that deal with these type of things,
Oh,
like addictions and stuff of that nature.
you mean
or
like counselors or somebody?
no.
You mean the actual people that are addicted?
It happens. This is why it happens. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes when you see that, that's just enough for some people to say,
Peace, guys. What's going on?
I'm never going to try this, or I'm never going to mess with nothing because I don't want to be like that. It's sad that that person had to experience that, but sometimes some people are so visual that they got to see an example of what they don't want to be. And that gives some people motivation. Me, it's I don't need that.
Yeah.
But for some people, that's just how it is.
Yeah, I think ironically,
Yeah.
like,
That's what I mean.
indirectly, it does have an impact.
Right.
And It's kind of like the Scared Straight program,
Right. There
right?
you go.
So using that for an
There you
example.
go.
You know, you got a child that's or a juvenile or a young person that's kind of walking down the path of something that could potentially, derail their life.
Mm-hmm.
And someone came up with the idea, well, let me show them what their future looks like in the present.
Right.
Let me show them the potential of what could actually develop and be by putting them in those positions to be able to see it now without them physically having to be in those situations. And hopefully,
Right.
hence the concept, scared straight,
Right.
they'll be scared straight.
What's up, Mina? What's up with you? How you
Peace,
been?
man. What's going
Yeah.
on? How y'all?
Cuz, what's good, cuz? McGirt. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that indirectly, I see where you're going with it now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need it, but I think because of the fact that it exists,
I don't think we need it, but it's necessary sometimes because it does exist.
well, okay. So I'll say I don't think it's necessary. I think it's unfortunate in that we use it, unfortunately, as an example of what not to do.
Because when they was teaching us about drugs back in the day,
right,
you would see this is your brain on drugs.
Right, in the frying pan.
In the frying pan.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Right.
And as a kid,
yeah,
bitch, I just seen eggs.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be funny, but
Right.
bitch, I like eggs. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when we start seeing stuff like Laurel Avenue, the show, the corner, the wire, things of that, you like, nah, I don't want to be. Bub's cool as hell, but I don't want to be him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep, yep.
I don't want to go through what Andre went through, and these hit harder because they were really images of true stories that we would see. Because even in movies, right, bro, a lot of movies we would see.
I get it in that regard.
Yeah,
In terms of the need.
That's what I mean.
the theatrical element.
Theatric.
Of it.
I'm not
in real life.
saying we need physical people.
Yeah.
But some people, oh, that's just a movie. But when they can relate to some people that they know that's really like that,
No, absolutely.
me and you don't need that because we ain't, you understand what I'm saying? But some people, they do. You know?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, because some people come from the show me state, right?
Yeah.
That's so cliche. They say it all the time. Oh, you come from the show me state.
Yeah.
You got to see the fire burn. I can't tell you. You got to touch it and feel it yourself.
There you go.
Unfortunately, you're right. The theatrics of it, I think sometimes the advantage in that is you can turn the channel, right? And in reality, you can't.
You can't.
You got to face that. So
Right.
for the young man or young woman that came up in a household where there was somebody that had a dependency,
Right.
it hit so close to home that it became abnormally normal to them.
There you go.
And so I see what you're saying. The theatrical element of it may be able to show you that there are other people who go through this and that you can come out
Right.
on the other side of it in a better position.
Right. Like, because like we said, like, on the corner, the dude that played, what was his name? Andre or DeAndre, whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He actually.
Peace, Tay. Peace.
He actually showed Tay, what's good, bro? He actually played he had a little cameo appearance here and there on The Wire.
Mm-hmm.
So him doing that showed you
Yeah.
that he got past a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's always, I always want the happy outcome. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
some
yeah.
people, it's sad that some people have to see an example of what they don't want to be. I don't need to see that.
No,
because I have a standard for myself.
Well, and you, exactly.
Right.
So because of that,
Right.
you're already pre-wired to not need
To
the
see that.
examples and stuff like
Exactly.
that, and you can separate your reality from what's being, on the pictures. No,
Yeah.
I get it. Like we talk about, man. A lot of these things that we deal with on a regular day-to-day basis, man, are just examples of how life is real.
Right.
And there's no set time limit for any of us to be here. We had a lot of loss, man, of life.
Yeah.
For some very, very, important, influential people
Right.
in not only the music career, but in life.
Right.
There's a few names that obviously come to mind. You had obviously Fat Man Scoop,
Right.
to which we didn't talk about it, but you know what I mean? Think about all the hype songs and all the different things that brother did, and you just sit back and look at it and say, wow, he had such an amazing career to the point, literally, he did what he loved so much to the point that he did it until his death.
Right.
And then we had the loss, obviously, of, Frankie Beverly,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, which was a big one. And then recently we just had Tito Jackson.
Today, Tito Jackson.
Yeah, today.
Tito Jackson was today. We had Frankie Beverly, Fat Man Scoop. Last week we also had Rich Homie Quan.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Before that we had Beat King. Before Fat Man Scoop and all that was about a month ago. So it's just, tomorrow's not promised.
No, it's not.
You know what I
No, it's
mean?
not.
It's not
No, it's
promised,
not.
man. You gotta live your life
Yeah.
and try to do your best as you could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
You know.
that's why we talk about, like you said in the quote of the day, with the whole situation about visualizing yourself doing the things that you're doing.
Right.
One of the things about each one of these guys and names that we did is I believe in my heart of hearts that they lived the life they wanted to live.
Yeah, they did.
And we got to, get a front row seat at it, so to speak, to be able to see how passionate and how great they were in
Right.
their art form.
Right.
And like you just said, bro, you alluded to, we got to remember, man, that your time for greatness is now. We got an opportunity to see them do a lot of great things. But think about all the times that we go about life and we don't visualize ourselves in a great position. You know what I mean? Sometimes we look at ourselves and we go at it half energy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go at it full throttle. We don't really push ourselves. You know what I mean? To the point where, as we named the title of this particular episode this week, we have to ask ourselves, what's going on?
Right. Especially what's going on in the NFL. Not to just do this, but this just in from NFL Plus.
Yeah.
AJ Brown it says he expects to miss a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Not just today.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
want you to know that right now.
Okay.
Just got that. You know what I mean?
Could have
That's
found
it.
out another time, man. It's on the roll.
We still on the road.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what's going on.
That's just trying to dampen my spirits.
No, I'm not trying to dampen your spirits.
Could have
That's
told me
what's-
that at the end of the game.
That's what's going on right now.
I can't do anything about it.
No, you couldn't do nothing about it if it was
Unbelievable.
period, man. You can't do that. AJ Brown, what you going to put a heat pad on his hamstring?
For the guy to be such a great DJ, timing is such an amazing.
That was great timing.
It was not great timing.
It was exclusive. Okay, it was.
I didn't need
factual.
the breaking news on here about AJ Brown, like one of the guys that's on the team that I really love and support, being done for multiple weeks. See, come on, man. Go ahead, man. So
But I'm starting to think it's a little suspect because hamstrings for a couple weeks.
Yeah, where was we at, man?
T. Higgins and him both, they lying, they think, man.
Oh, you ready for that? Okay, all right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, man,
No, we was talking about examples and what people need to see.
right.
But you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that this is what's happening with these players, but not AJ Brown, but T. Higgins have been accused of faking recently.
Okay.
Cause they like, come on, man, who sits out for 2-3 weeks off a hamstring?
Makes you say what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
No, I
not.
get
You know what I mean?
No, I understand.
So I'm not judging them. They got their reasons. If they is faking, it is not. I hope them brothers get well to get back on the field. But understand, there's always somebody out there that wants your spot. Yep, I'm telling you. There's always somebody out there.
And so, understanding that, man, what we got to remember more than anything else is, like he said, we all here on borrowed time.
Oh.
And because we're here on borrowed time, that's happened. I had to hold back my flow. Now it's caught up here. I got to get it back recalibrated.
Damn. Okay, I'm going to just be quiet and let you go ahead and speak
Nah,
on
man.
it. Damn, I was just giving you some breaking news. It was what's going on, man. What's the problem? We talk about football. You just talked about the Eagles, man.
Unbelievable. So we are all here on borrowed time. And because we're here on borrowed time,
Yeah.
we have to always remember to live every day as if we're at our best. And I think a good way to start your day is to ask yourself the question, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on with me? I think that's fair, right? So, I don't know what's going on with the world, but what's going on with me?
Right.
Let me figure out how to iron out the wrinkles in my day if I can foresee them.
Right.
Right? And I think that when you start to approach yourself and ask yourself what's going on and you answer those things, I think at that point you start to figure out not only what works well for you, but what works well for others.
Absolutely.
And so I just think that that's one of those things where, like we were talking about with these athletes and, whatever's going on, whether it's phantom injuries or if it's real or, some of the other things that we were talking about. I think the reality of it at the end of the day is the best way for anybody to start their day, if I was giving them any advice, just to say, look, you need a game plan to start your day.
Right.
Ask yourself the question, what's going on? And be honest when you answer that question. What is going on? What is going on with my life? What is going on with my health, what is going on with my dreams, what is going on with my goals, what is going on.
Hmm.
What it is I believe we wake up in the morning, the first thing that we do is we open up our phones to see what's going on with everyone else's life first.
I absolutely don't, but I know what you're saying. A
You see
lot
what
of
I'm
us do.
saying?
Yeah.
So just imagine every day when you get up, because I made a video about the fact that we need to stop making that one of the first things that you do in the morning. Like everybody pretty much has a routine. We've talked about this.
Right.
My routine is my routine. You know what I mean? Yours is yours. But if you get up in the morning and the first person that you check on is outside of your home, inside of a phone, I think you're kind of setting yourself up for a lot of disappointment and shortchanging yourself in the process.
Well, they say there's a lot of people out there that actually sleep in rooms with no screens.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who still have landline phones. If you really need to get in touch with them, you know how to call them on their landline. So they have their home phone in their room, but their cell phone literally goes in a whole nother room
I seen
and
that.
charges and everything, and they don't have TVs in their room. The last thing they do when they go to sleep is they read.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see sometimes, like we say in a lot of visual movies, where you would see somebody up in their bed and they got them little reading glasses on, and when they done, they take their glasses off and fold it, put their little marker in the book, fold it, cut off their lamp, and go to sleep. It's a lot of people out here that who really follow that ritual and do that type of stuff, and don't fall asleep to the TV because subconsciously, when we hear the wrong things, it starts our day wrong. But the first thing I do when I wake up, I say to myself, thank you God for let me live to see another day.
Mm-hmm.
I start praying right in my head. Then I roll over, might grab it. Unless the alarm go off, I gotta roll over just to stop it.
Right.
But these people who even have no screens anywhere, they have an old school alarm clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But as you notice, as you get older, you get to a point where you don't need that clock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
wake
your
up.
internal clock is good money.
Yeah.
Now me personally, if I need a precise time,
Oh yeah, you can still
then I have to
set.
set.
Yeah.
No, I have to. I mean,
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
case.
I have to too. Yeah,
But for the most part, I think that kind of like if you go to bed at a certain time,
yeah.
you pretty much wake up pretty
My
much
wife
right
don't
away at
need
the same
one.
time.
She don't need one.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
mine's as well. She don't
Mhm.
need one. You know what I mean? But and I think and I say sometimes I think that has a lot to do with the mama ear.
Right.
They just so halfway sleep, in my opinion, anyway, because they're consistently always listening for, now, if you don't have children, then you don't have a mama ear. You have an ear. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that to say this, like at the end of the day, I believe that, you know, once you understand what it takes for you to be able to kind of have the best possible outcomes in your day, I think that you need to develop it, whatever it looks like,
Right.
whatever it consists of. Like the whole thing about you said, bruh, no screens in the room. That would be difficult for me. Like I'm just keeping it real because I have been accustomed to something so long that it is what doesn't mean difficult isn't impossible.
Right.
It's just more difficult than easy.
Right.
So when you look at the situation from the perspective of how do you set the tone? Ask yourself that question as well. Since you want to ask yourself what's going on, how do you set the tone for your days, right? So when you get up in the morning, what does that look like for you? Like in your case, you said, you thank God, you prayer inside of your mind. Very similar situation. I get up, when I pray in the house, everybody in the house here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes they be like, yo, that's crazy. Like, because I walk around and I touch their doors and I touch it gets deep. So it's a whole different thing. But on the flip side of that situation, everything that follows that I've already kind of put in a certain type of rhythm
Right.
because of that. There are times where, like the TV, I may not cut the TV on. Like I haven't watched TV at all today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's certain things that I think that when you start to iron out or organize your day and
Right.
organize what's going on in your life, like I said, like we talking about the title of the episode, what's going on. I think when you start to answer that,
Right.
you'll see how many of the things that you're actually doing
Right.
that is actually throwing things way off from you being successful.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, honestly, I know what throws me off,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what doesn't. But a lot of these things, man, my rituals don't stay the same. They change
Okay.
all the time either because seasons change, and I'm
Okay.
not talking about weather. So
Yeah.
sometimes some things are going to become more important than others, and that's
Mhm.
just understanding life. But when you stay in the realm
Mhm.
of your goals and your plans of what you're trying to do,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Damn, I ain't realize when you go in the realm and stay in the place, the things that you
Gotcha.
try to do.
It's so nice you had to say it twice.
You know what I
That's
mean?
all right.
You actually don't go too far out of bounds anyway. So it's like this, you know. Each sport has a field, and the field has the out of bounds, the you know what I mean, the end zone.
Peace, T.
You
Peace.
know what I
Welcome
mean?
back, bro.
All the T was good,
Salute.
bro. Yeah. So, me personally, I'm always in the game.
Yeah.
Always.
And that may be just it.
So that
That just might just be it. You
as
know
long
what
as
I mean?
I'm in the game, I'm a threat.
You know how you know when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? Because everybody around you winning.
Yeah. That,
So to me,
and I can give you another
whatever that
sign.
is.
It's not just the fact that everybody's winning. The opportunities don't stop.
well,
Because that's what they say as the doors
But even
just
the
keep
right
opening.
one opportunity, like for instance, bro, like I might get one, but it may be the one that
Yeah.
changes it. You know what I mean? But like you're saying, and I agree. I think we just supporting one another's opinion.
Right.
But yeah, you know what I mean. When everybody around, because see, to me, it don't matter. You can have 5,000 wonderful things going on around you, but if nobody that you're around is happy about those situations, and it's not like,
it's not working.
you're not working, and it's not winning, and you got all the opportunity in the world,
Right.
but you're not winning.
Right.
And
No,
so,
but
and you know what I mean. So
but when I mean opportunity, first of all, you gotta understand when I mean opportunity, it's not just a chance to do something. That's not what I mean.
okay,
The opportunity has to make sense and still fit in your life. So what I mean by that, we are supporting each other. Is I don't give a damn how many opportunities I got, but if it's not sitting well with my spirit, I won't do it.
right.
So when I mean opportunities, the right opportunities, the opportunities that fit,
Oh, yeah.
the opportunities that continue to bless you and have your cup overflowing is what I mean.
Oh yeah,
You're not just, oh, I had a chance to do that, but if I'd have did that, I mean, it's stuff that stories and things that I used to do back in the day when I had the opportunity to DJ here, big stages, but I don't want to miss this. Some of them was regret because the way certain things turned out, but at the same time, that opportunity was there, but it wasn't the opportunity because it didn't fit everything completely. Most of my opportunities land perfect, is what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, like I said, and I believe that there's a difference between chance and opportunity. Sometimes
Right.
people look at certain things and be like, yeah, the opportunity came, you know what I mean? Or, but did you have a chance to take advantage of it? You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be the greatest opportunity in the world, but you don't have a chance to take advantage of it.
Right.
My thing is you ought to always understand this. First and foremost, you can't help nobody else be dope or better until you understand what your dope and better looks like.
Right.
And so a lot of times,
Know what mine look like.
and that's a great
Been
thing.
for 20 plus years.
Right. And so what I'm saying with that situation is simple. Once again, I know people who are very fruitful in a lot of different things that come their way in this, and you look into their personal life, and it's not good.
Yeah, because they don't understand their actual purpose.
Right. And so with that also being understood, once again, the objective in life is to always put yourself in a position to be able to make things not only well for yourself, but infectious.
Right.
And so not only do you, when I mean by this situation, just to add to what you were saying, bro, when you turn around and you can, when I mean by being infectious, obviously infectious has one meaning, from the perspective of, if you see me seeking my greatest me, and you have all the tools and everything that's required for you to be able to do the exact same thing, but you don't, opportunity presented itself. It's effort that's missing,
Right.
right? It's not chance. It's not opportunity. It's effort.
Oh,
So if I
absolutely.
show you what winning looks like, this is why I said winning. If I show you what winning looks like, that becomes infectious. Now you're seeking how do you win every day.
Well,
and you're creating that situation.
when I say opportunities keep going, first of all, I skipped because I was assuming that everybody understood what I was talking about.
Okay.
Okay? Let's start from the beginning. Purpose. You know when you're in purpose because everything goes right. It's lucrative. Your family is happy. You're successful. It helps support the cause of what you need.
Mm-hmm.
People follow your lead and want to do what they want to do. So it's everything that you're saying.
Right.
But when I said that the opportunities keep coming, it's because when you're in your purpose, whatever it takes for you to stay there, opportunities will keep generating.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. I don't mean just you got an opportunity and a shot. No.
Yeah.
I'm just
But
not
sometimes
just that
when you're in
one.
your purpose, it's not about an opportunity coming your way. You may be in your purpose, and it may be a single solitary thing that belongs to you. Has
No, I
nothing to
get
do
that.
with it.
I
That's
get
what I'm
that.
saying. So that's why I say I think we're agreeing with one another. But once again,
Right.
I think everybody, and this is a perfect example of why I say everything is different for everybody.
I know that.
This is exactly what I said. So you, like, for instance, when you're in your household, you know what your household requires. You know what you need. It's no need for me to call you and ask you what your successful blueprint looks like, because it may not play out the same way in this environment.
Right.
This is why I tell people all the time, when you start giving out what we say all the time, different information, or you start giving out different, what they call it, advice.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be mindful. You do not know the circumstances of the person that you're talking to.
Truth of the matter is, I was only speaking about me anyway. That's
Right.
That's the
And
reason.
so that's why,
the reason why I said,
I
and
got
before
you.
I even started saying what I said, I knew mine 20 plus years.
Right.
That's why I said that.
That's what's up.
Because I listen. My thing is this: all the way back as a young teen,
Mhm.
I knew what I was going to do.
Oh, okay.
I said to myself,
That's impressive.
I'm going to have a job and a business. I said
Oh,
that.
okay.
I literally said, I keep it 100. I said, I'm probably going to be working at sanitation as a garbage man, but I'm going to have some type of entertainment business. I literally said that at like 13 years old.
Yeah.
But it was water instead.
Yeah. But that's that vision we was talking about.
That's
when you were
all it
saying
is.
In the quote of the day.
Right.
That's all it is. But you visualize yourself having it, and then guess what?
It
You
happened.
did the things and you executed.
Because at the end of the day, when I said it, I knew I had to invest. I was never scared to spend money on me.
Right.
I was never scared to bet on me.
Right.
That's why when we get to sports betting, I don't care about playing a little money on FanDuel or things of that nature, because I know that I miss 100% of the shots I don't take.
That's a fact.
I know
That's a
that.
fact. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But guess what? I make more than I miss.
There you go. Yeah, because you keep on shooting.
Right.
Keep
You
on
know
shooting.
why? That's why Kobe was the way he was, because he lived in the gym.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I told
so you
you,
got to
man.
stay in. That's man in the arena. That's
Yeah.
why they call Tom Brady special, man in the arena. You. The only reason why Tom got 7 Super Bowls is not just because he's a talent, but he had to play all those years to make sure he got 7.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
see
That's
what I'm
why I
saying? Or
told you.
LeBron leads the league in scoring because
Right.
20-some years. But
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, before we get ready.
before we get to that commercial,
Yeah. Like I was saying, you know what I mean? And I made a video about it. Listen, man, the myth is that practice makes perfect. It's not true.
nah.
Practice makes you prepared. Purpose makes you perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You were born perfect. Your purpose was already installed inside of you when you came into this world.
Yeah.
You was already pre-wired. The reason why I said that to people is because I want them to understand. Perfection, right, when you start talking about what you visualize, is different for everybody, right?
Right.
So we'll look and we'll say that practice makes perfect, which is really speaking to the concept of practice. Practice is, by definition, is the consistent, doing something consistently to improve, right? Well, purpose is pre-wired in you.
Right.
You don't have to do anything to consistently do the thing that is already pre-wired inside of you.
That's why when you find it, you know what it is.
It's never lost. Remember, we talked about it before.
Right.
Once again, practice only prepares you. Purpose is what you already are. It's already inside of you. So once again, when I tell a person, this is why you're perfect, don't look like her perfect. Don't look like his perfect. Don't look like they're perfect. That's why.
So let me say this. Because we know that practice doesn't make perfect. These are all sayings. And then
Right.
again, when we say people find purpose, so I'm not going to say find, seek, because it's never lost. When
Right.
you execute your purpose,
There you go. There you go.
because most people know what it is
Yeah.
and don't execute it.
Yep.
So I'm going to say that better.
There you go.
When
That's
you
what you gotta do,
execute
bruh.
your purpose,
Yes, sir.
then you're fine. So once you're in purpose, executing your purpose,
That's it.
the opportunities will keep coming to execute your purpose.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, whether anyone gives it to you or you
They
create
don't have
it or
to-
not.
they don't have to
And
give
that's
it to
why I
you.
keep trying to say, we seek outside
Right.
for things that's internal.
Right.
We seek the approval from external situations that is pre-wired internally.
Well,
That's what we do.
I think sometimes people seek it because some people need validation, bro.
And to which I would always say,
Some people
then
need
you are
validation.
always at the mercy of however anyone else feels about you for you to continue to climb.
Well, and certain things that certain people do, you can do it at it is, but it's different levels at it, because sometimes
Remember, we talking about purpose.
yeah, but I know what I'm talking about. But sometimes you don't know what you need to work on until you get feedback.
That's fine. But once again, we're talking about executing your word.
Yeah.
And purpose being pre-wired installed. We're looking for external.
Talking about past that.
Right. We're looking for external voices of approval or support, pats on the back for something that's already internally inside.
I'm not looking for pat on the back. I'm looking for feedback. It's a difference.
Well, your feedback is what you're doing. If you look up and you notice that you're making a difference, that's the feedback. Right. If you notice that you're making a change and people are gravitating towards it or they're responding to it, that's the feedback.
So you feel like some people don't need feedback to get to another level?
I think that feedback has a place for those who require it, like you're talking about. But do I think that it has anything to do with making you better in your purpose?
Oh, nah.
I don't necessarily think so.
Nah. Execution, the more you execute, the better you'll get it.
And that has nothing to do with anybody else.
I'm just saying.
Nothing against it, though.
I'm just saying, like what we talked about in the beginning of the show.
Right.
It's all necessary. Everything's necessary. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Everything is necessary.
Fair enough.
Because you don't know when you're getting better unless you know what you worked on to get better. You don't know where you're at unless you do have something outside of yourself saying, yeah, that was dope. But in my opinion, I wouldn't have did it that way. Oh, I see it that way. That's all I'm saying.
I don't agree with it, but I see your point.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I don't agree with it.
I think it's all necessary.
I don't think it's necessary. I think it happens and people find a way to use it. I don't think it's necessary. Necessary to me is it doesn't get any better without it. Like, it's necessary for me to have money to pay my bills. It's necessary for me to be able to breathe. It's necessary.
I get what you're saying.
But necessary, I can't put that part.
I say it because it helps me.
There you go.
At the end of the day, what it helping me is because I want you to tell me your honest opinion about something. I don't need your validation because I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm not saying it's necessary to validate something of that nature. I'm just trying to hear your opinion because I could say, damn, that's the same part I was looking at that I needed to work on. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm not, because we almost speaking like a person's opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to what you do, but it can be helpful is what I'm saying.
It can be.
That's all I'm saying.
It can be.
Because nothing, put it to you like this, bro. Nothing in the world can stop me but God. I want anything that I do.
So that's the only thing that's necessary.
So yeah, but he still makes everything happen for you to question it. So
because God's the only thing that's necessary.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
So
I guess
all necessary.
Once again, and like I said, we could probably do that all night. Before we get too much deeper into this, because this is a great concept, I want to make sure that you guys know that if you're ever in the business or in the need of a full-service event planning company that can take care of all of your event planning needs, me and E happen to know one for you. Check it out. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show. So, all things being considered, like we're talking about, man, that question, what's going on? Think about this. I got a situation for you to think about, right? Imagine if you asked what's going on before there was something going on. Right? Well, the time always exists where there's something going on. But I mean before there's, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, an issue. What if we just, what's going on? What if that was just the case? And we did that, and we made that a regular routine. Yeah, we did on a regular basis.
You're saying before it's an issue.
Before it's an issue. Because I think that so many of us we're more reactive than proactive.
No, well, what you talking about, bro? I do that every day.
Right. So like I know people who take a lot of pride and say, I'm a problem solver. And I would say that's great. You ever wonder if you could be before the problem?
But me personally, what I'm saying to you is, I lead a team. So every day I come in, good morning, what's going on? What you got going on? What you doing? I do that anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
So and I hope it's not a problem. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know that I am one of them people that's a problem solver, but I'm not asking you looking for a problem. I'm just really trying to know what's going on.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
working
No,
on?
no, no.
What's
That's what
up?
I'm talking.
Yeah.
Like if we did that regularly,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I
yeah,
do.
You do. That's why I said I've been.
I
But I believe it.
bro. I call you.
Yeah.
I call Ron Ski. He'll
Mhm.
tell you that I
Yeah.
call DK.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? How you?
Yeah.
You all right? You chilling?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
These people, y'all talk to y'all every day. You good? Everything all right? All right, yeah. What's up? What you do today? Regular.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, because it all depends on. I always talk about this: pessimistic and optimistic people.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
if you have to understand your way of thinking, if you're an optimistic person,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, then you're looking for greatness every time you're looking at something.
Mhm. Yeah. Absolutely.
But when you're a pessimistic person, you're looking for the problem.
Mhm.
And when you start to focus on nothing but problems, it can make you a negative person.
Mhm.
And that's the things that I try to stay away from.
Yeah.
So that's why, regardless, when I ask a person, like I was talking about now, with feedback,
Mhm.
you know, I can tell the type of thinker they are. Because if they're optimistic, they give you your feedback on everything.
Mhm.
If they're pessimistic, they only tell you what they didn't like.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
I've encountered that.
Right.
Yeah,
Because of the simple fact, it's just how it is. Some people come in with a negative mind frame because it's a being pessimistic too and optimistic is something that's taught. See, you're not born with that. You're born with your mind, but habit and what you go through and experience will make you start to have a train of thought.
Mhm.
So it's almost like a reaction of trauma
Mhm.
in its own way.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean if you have pessimistic thoughts that it's you're traumatized. No,
No, I got you.
it just may mean that, for example, I sports bet,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
You really don't.
Mhm.
And in this certain situation, you be like, I don't mess with that because I don't like to lose.
Yep.
When I hear people say that, and I'm not saying this is how you feel.
That's fine.
When I hear people say that,
Mhm.
I said they already lost because they.
That's fair.
But
a fair
but when you're
assessment,
good, well you're good at it is.
Yeah.
I ain't playing.
Yeah.
It's not like you walking
Yeah.
in. I'm gonna give you this
Yeah.
$20. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this.
No,
I'm
but
gonna
that's a
lose.
fair assessment. I don't think that, and anybody,
Right.
whether it was me or not, like,
Right.
I think that that's fair to say.
But you don't
That's fair to
play
say.
it
No,
because
but I
you
also
don't.
share why.
Right.
And then you're just going off of what I'm saying, and you know me as a person, and you say, all right, well,
That doesn't make you pessimistic. That
Yeah.
just make you not a fan of that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
if somebody walked in and said, "I'm gonna put this $20 down, but I know I'm about to lose," bro, that's pessimistic. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put listen, or you come in. I'm gonna put this $20 down, Michigan. Because listen, that 20 about to turn into 2,000 real quick,
yeah,
and it do it.
yeah.
And you
Yeah.
wondering why they win? Cause I give you
get
a
it.
shout
I
out to
get
my
it.
man Joe
I
at
get
work.
it.
He one day he walks in the deli, bro. I'm gonna give you this real quick story. Walks in the deli, he buys lunch. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Peace, JK. I'm glad you had a good time, brother.
Oh yeah, shout out to everybody that was part of the show yesterday. Shout out to Rose. I heard he had a joke that I used too. That's okay. Talk about the Spanish in the water. Agua. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Rose though.
There you go.
Clap it up
There you
for
go.
him.
Great minds think alike.
He performed last night. Of course, my brother was there, DK. I can't think of the other brother, but Teray was the actual headliner.
Okay.
I heard his set was funny as you know, like always. So, but the story I was saying, I was talking about optimistic and pessimistic people. I walk in the deli, Chirello's, and I get in there, and Joe's in there, and he's buying lunch for the office
Okay.
because he's a gambler and he's a winner.
Mhm.
And as he's buying lunch for the office, he turned around, "Oh, Randy, what's up, man?" Then he turned around, and he said, "Hey, hand me that scratch off right there. That's touching the floor. That's a winner." So I think when he finished paying for lunch, he paid like $100, something like that. Got back to the job. He eating the hoagie and stuff. Everybody in there eating. I walk in the office. He like, "Rainey, won 500, man, on the one that was touching the floor." Every time you think it's like willing your thoughts. I try to make people understand being optimistic gives you good outcomes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? You know what
Yeah.
a lot of people are optimistic with? Their image, their clothes, right? right? So what I'm saying is this: if a person see an outfit that they want, they like, bitch, I'm gonna put that on because I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him with this. You know what I mean? Like all that, right? And then they put them on. They kill them, right?
Right.
They killed them because they seen the vision. It was It was
That's it.
right the whole time.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
So if you try to go in every aspect that way,
Yeah. Yeah.
you will be successful.
What am I looking for? Right.
Yeah.
What am I looking for? Like you
What
said.
am I looking for?
Because that goes back to the quote talking about vision. So you have to visualize yourself saying, doing it right. And what's going on? What's going on? The title of the show, because of the fact that if you're not asking yourself what's going on,
Right.
and even with yourself, primarily with yourself,
You gotta feed. You gotta get yourself.
then you don't know how to be able to make that vision become a reality, right? And so I agree with you. The whole concept of being optimistic and pessimistic, I believe that, and I believe a lot of it is, like you said, it is learned behavior. I don't think that we come pre-wired when we first born in this world to say either it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. I think that we come into this world trying to figure out how to make it happen.
Right.
And then somewhere along the way, we get either close to more people who are optimistic or people who don't have a lot of faith and belief in themselves.
Right.
This is why it's so much space wide open in the world today for us to be easily influenced. This is why social media can do it so easily. It can definitely do it to our children because they don't know enough about life to ask the question, what's going on?
Right.
Because what they see is what's going on. They don't know to ask that question to be like, yo, you know what I mean? Does this look right? Does this look like that should be that? No, they don't have that concept in their mind.
Right.
Because everything that's going on in their life, somebody's providing for them.
Right.
Everything that means something to them, somebody's approving it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you said, for the guy who says, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to buy this outfit because I'm going to kill him at the thing, it's all good until you get there and somebody else got a similar situation on and now you ain't kill him.
Right.
Or what happens when that doesn't happen, right?
Right.
When you say, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to buy this because I think that it's going to garner me the attention that makes me look like I want to feel. Even though that feeling that you're pursuing has nothing to do with what everybody is, praising you or applauding you for. It has everything to do with you visualizing yourself being happy,
Right.
being successful,
Right.
being in the position that you want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So when you don't ask the question, what's going on, you leave yourself susceptible to whatever is going on to happen to you.
Right.
That's why that happens. That's why when you look up and all of a sudden you went and bought the dope Benz or the dope BMW, and now that the payments are what they are and everybody has seen it and it's no longer the new BMW or Benz,
Right.
now you got to pay for it for the next 6 years or whatever you got it for, and now you got to deal with that.
You got it now. With the conversation we've been having all day.
Yeah,
When you purchase things, you got to purchase things for you, not for validation.
yeah,
See, that's the type of thing that I definitely agree. I don't need validation of
Yeah.
you liking my car or
Yeah.
you liking my outfit.
Yeah.
Nah. I know first of all, let's go back to clothing. People all got their own style.
Right.
So you got to know, you got to find your style.
Mhm.
And then it's funny, you can pay attention, and fellas, pay attention sometimes with your women. Because what happened is this: when they start buying stuff out of your style,
right.
I just want to see what you look like in it. Don't let them think that's really the type of they want in that style, that we're that style of
Yeah.
with everything. That's why I got versatility, bitch. That's why.
good.
You know what I mean?
And I think
But
that's
I got
true.
a set style.
Yeah,
You know, you
Yeah.
gonna always 95% of the time you gonna catch E with a hat on, except if he's putting on a suit. If you really pay attention, when I wear a suit, I don't wear no hat.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yep.
But other than that, for the most part, if it's in wintertime, he gonna have a scully on, and if it's the summertime, he gonna have some type of cap on.
Absolutely.
Same thing with P.
Only time you don't see it is when I'm walking.
Yeah.
That's because I don't like the sweat in them.
Yeah,
I promise you.
I got me one just to made like that. I got it at like Marshalls or some Nike
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you ever,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't walk without them because the bonker up here is pretty big.
Yeah,
And when
and then
that
sometimes I don't mind doing it too, E, because after a while, if you don't get the sun to it. Now you look crazy when
Right.
it's off.
No,
So
you
a lot
right.
of times,
No.
that's why I don't mind walking with it on.
But that sweat beating right on my forehead, it does something to me. Like it makes me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
you
gotta
know,
cover,
'cause-
and it came from. When it started, over the years of reading all the meters. Dead serious.
No, I believe you.
Yeah.
No, I believe you. I just think, like I said, you got to know what's.
But you
what's
right
for
though.
you.
You gotta tan it. You
I mean,
gotta
for
say
me, at least in my
me
opinion,
too. I get
my
the same thing.
situation, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But, you know what I mean?
It's a lot more visual on you. I get what you're saying. If you
Yeah,
don't do it, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So I want to talk about, before we get to some other things, I want to talk about this debate, man.
Yeah, it gave a few years. I do. I'm gonna say this. I ain't realized we went 50 minutes in on that. I'm gonna say that live.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. Go ahead, though. We talking about the debate.
Well, it ain't got to be a long one. I
No,
mean,
it's not
I'm going
much
to
to
say
talk
this
about.
about it. They're eating the cats, they're eating their own animals, they're eating their
Yeah,
own pets.
that's crazy.
I just want to go there and address that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, we gotta at some point there needs to be some kind of censored element to these situations. A certain candidate, you know what I mean, made a statement about the people, or in some place, were eating their pets.
He said Springfield,
Okay, Springfield.
but I don't think it's really Springfield, but it's in Illinois, I think.
Okay. When did that? You think about a debate
I think.
for the presidential
Matter.
position. I mean, I hope to God it's not true.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out, with everything that's going on in every aspect of the government, we got to talk about how they eating Garfield and Odie. Why is that even something that came up? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We got to get better.
Hey, Tiff.
Tiff, what's going on? Peace. I'm watching this debate and I'm saying to myself that, because what I understand, he's not going to do it anymore. He doesn't think that he wants to do any more debates. And I'm going to say I don't think it's in his best interest.
Well, I want to see the vice president debate. Because Vance is just a stupid.
Wow.
I'm going to just say it.
Wow. Yeah, no. I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, I mean,
What
in
he
your
said
opinion.
about the moms, the soccer moms, and all.
What did he say about
He
the
said-
soccer moms?
What he said? Well, he said no. What he say? If you don't got kids, you shouldn't even be able to vote as a woman. I think he said.
Unbelievable.
If you don't have kids,
Now, if that ain't enough,
I think that's what he said.
that's it. That's it. Peace, Mo Black. Yes, sir. Go Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, bro? Yeah.
He said if you do not have children as a woman, you shouldn't even be able to vote.
Let me look that up. I think that's
Yeah, double check that, because here's the irony in that. You ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what man has children that women don't have children?
He was basically saying that women shouldn't have those type of rights. Period. I think that's what he was going with, but he'd give it to the mothers.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
Yeah.
We can't assume,
I'm out to see.
Yeah, we're gonna get it verbatim, y'all. Yeah, if he did say anything like that, it's crazy. I'm gonna say this about the debate, personally speaking. I think that, because he felt like he got jumped, he said. He felt like it was him against, Kamala and the moderators. He felt like he got jumped. Nobody swung on Trump to make him say anything about the people in that particular town eating their pets.
Yeah.
Why would that even be something that remotely comes up? Was that more of a, let me throw this off, let me say something wild to get people to think about something else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I think that these debates, like I said, and I ain't gonna lie, like I've been watching them for years and years. I've been tuning in recently.
So some of this bounced back in, I think in 2021. It says Vance's remarks resurfaced the wake of backlash he faced over his 2021 comments about childless cat ladies running the country.
Unbelievable.
He said that in 2021.
But that ain't had nothing to do with the vote, though.
Right? No. So I think as it keeps going,
Right.
okay, he say, let's give votes to all the children in this country, but let's give control over the votes to the parents of those children. Vance said in his 2021, when you go to the polls in this country as a parent, you should have more power. You should have more of an ability to speak your voice in our democratic republic. Okay. So basically what he's saying is, and you're right, it's not, but it was the cat. I was mixing the cat lady thing. No.
And you're right.
No, I was mixing the cat lady thing that he said.
Yeah, he definitely, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cat lady thing with the fact that he's saying parents should have more votes. So that's why he said let all the children vote. Because you got to be a certain age before you can vote. But,
Right.
But what he don't understand is they do. They just don't got it at 6.
Yeah.
Because, see, think about this, P.
Yeah.
You grow up in a house. Most of the things that are always taught in the house, the people that a lot of times they stick with, right, is the 3 things that I say have power. Politics, finances, and religion. Right? So your money habits come from the house you grow up in. Your religion comes from the house you grow up in. A lot of times your political views grow up in come up
from the house that you grew up in.
Yeah, a lot of them, right? So the kids do them votes anyway when they're 18, but he wants them to be able to do this now. So anybody that's alive have a parent, but you're telling the person if they don't have children, that you shouldn't be able to. You don't have as much voting power. So how do you separate the power? Again, I guess he's trying to say kids' votes should matter.
That, and then I think also you can be possibly saying because they have children, it's like they have more to think about in terms of their votes and what they can do.
He is saying that.
Yeah.
But what my question is to you, what would be not how do you give them more power? I'm asking like what would more power look like? Because everybody's vote is one vote. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So when he said give them more voting power, what is he asking for?
Yeah, I think that he's just outwardly speaking.
Right.
And it's just not really
aligning
But
when the media, you're right, but when the media spins it, you. Oh,
yeah, no. I mean, they're going to put their spin
So that's all I'm saying. Like, what is he saying? I understand. I
foolish.
do. Yeah, I mean, but I do agree not giving them more voting power, but they may have more to think of because they have, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, okay, husbands, when you have a family and you being a real man and you taking care of your family and you got medical insurance and all that type of stuff, it's certain decisions that you just not going to make for work to mess that up. But when you have none of that, you're like, bitch, I'm quitting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some people like that.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I wasn't like that because I knew what I was building for, but you understand what I'm saying.
I can't even see how that benefits them.
It does. So my point is, I'm using that as an example. Yeah. If you're giving them more power to vote, which I understand is train of thought, but what would be if they say, what would it be? Does it mean when you vote or when I vote, because we have children dependents, that our vote count as 2? Like, what does it look like?
Yeah, it's funny. Like I said, I think when you give people power without education, it's like giving a person a gun without giving them
the bullets.
Not even the bullets. You got the bullets too. They just don't know how to shoot.
Yeah, or know what the target is.
Or just the whole concept of how to respect the power that comes along with it.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna ask you a few questions if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, man. We can go ahead and do that. Welcome to another episode of This or That. B just spit it right out when he said it. Pause. Get to it.
As he said, each and every week we play a little game called either This or That or Would You Rather, where I ask you a series of questions. Yeah. Eventually I get an answer. And, he's been pretty good lately, so I can't even come at him crazy. Pause.
This is crazy. That's crazy. That's one. That's crazy.
That's not one.
Yeah. Come at him crazy? Damn, man.
But I paused it.
Oh, no, I was watching Empire.
Yeah.
And he had a super pause. Lucius line. B, he told the young boys to get out the booth before him and Exhibit with it. He said, I need y'all to come out the booth so the 2 old vets can show how we gonna blow y'all down. I said, damn. Pause.
Going on a date. Gotta pick one of these 2 locations I'm asking. Zoo or an amusement park? The zoo or the amusement park? Feel free to leave your responses in the comments, y'all, down there. And if you're watching later, please.
I'm going to say the zoo, man.
Okay. All right. Any particular reason why?
Because I don't get on rides no more.
Okay.
and all that. So the music part could be cool. It'll seem more fun. But if I'm trying to date and to talk to you, because you're gonna walk anyway, I'd rather walk through the zoo and act like I know something about the animals and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, why are you in there? Why are you in the zoo? Since you picked the zoo.
Okay.
Next question is
Here we go with the bullshit.
you got to do one. Got to do one of the two options here. Lick a frog or hug a snake.
That's gonna be the end of my fear of the snake right there. Cause you know I fear snakes. I gotta
Yeah.
hug him, man.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not licking a frog, man.
Now we keep talking about this fear thing. Let me ask you something. Do you have a fear of snakes, or are you just uncomfortable?
I have a fear of
Right? Because you try to put this mice thing on me,
it.
and
Yeah.
I'm not scared of mice. I don't like them.
Right. You are scared of
I'm
it.
not scared
You
of
throw it out
All
right now,
Let's
B.
do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
You like an elephant,
Give me your explanation of what scared of something is.
Well, you just gotta get away from it.
Right.
Completely. Like
Right.
me with snakes.
Now, I've been in environments where the mouse comes out, sits there, almost look like he's watching TV with you.
What the fuck was you doing there?
Question is why were we there at the same time, right?
You ain't go over talk to him?
No, he looked like he was into the show. Mickey looked like he was enjoying himself. The point that I'm making in that situation is I'm not scared of him. I don't like him. You try to make it where Joker is flat. Now, E, I done seen you almost break your ankle running from a snake all the way to
Nah, I
Burger
ain't never
King when we
almost.
was kids.
Man, I was like 4 though, P.
Not 4. Yeah, youth. Remember, let me tell you the only thing E is accurate on, y'all, when it comes to his youth and the things that he's did. DJing. That's the only. Everything else that he tells y'all, 2-hand
I was
touch,
playing football at 5.
3.
Man. At 5.
We'll go back and look. He said 3.
I was playing at 3
He
a
put
little
us
bit.
in the street. He put our mother and father as irresponsible parents, allowing a 3-year-old young man to play 2-hand touch football in the street.
I can tell you one thing that P always do. P always gonna bring up old shit. It doesn't matter.
Nah, you did.
It doesn't matter.
bring
That's
up
what
old
P. That's all he gonna always do.
Nah. So you gonna hug that frog, right?
No, that wasn't the option. I would
I
have
mean, not
hugged
hug
the
the
frog.
frog. I'm remixing. You gonna hug the snake? You gonna
All
hug
right,
the snake.
I'm gonna lick the frog. You know why?
Why?
I'm gonna cook it first.
In the zoo?
Yeah,
Where you gonna cook it at in the zoo?
I know. PJ work in the kitchen.
Sure do. Sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit up here and lie, man. Okay. Movie theater or streaming?
Theater. Yeah, you see?
Nostalgia.
Did you see what
No. I don't
Damn.
even know what you're about to say.
That's what I'm saying. Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr. was doing a little video, and they was making it was like a this or that,
Okay.
and whatever they liked, they had to walk towards that side, and that was one of the questions: movie theater or streaming.
Okay.
That's why I asked you, did you see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
No. But that makes sense though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Find another one for you. All right.
I got another one for you.
You go to the movies, yo. You more of a popcorn guy or a candy guy?
Popcorn. You get so much, man. It's just.
Did you have to put the little ranch on it, or do you bring the
Nah, I don't get the ranch. I just put butter on it.
just butter, a little salt, none of that?
Yeah. It's
No
gonna be
salt pack?
Yeah.
Oh, you still get the bucket?
Hey, I get the big one. Yeah, it's a large.
Okay. Okay.
Pause, man. I get the big one. That's crazy.
Finish saying.
That's crazy.
What you say? You get the big
I
one?
get the big one. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Urban exploration, right?
Urban exploration.
Or nature retreat?
Urban exploration. That's what you mean, like when I went to Nipsey Hussle Square?
I think that's considered an urban exploration. I had to look for word. Urban exploration.
I went to and not just urban, not just in urban and like how they like to rate black folks. I'm talking about just a nature. What you said? What you said? A nature experience. I'm always
Nature
gonna.
retreat.
Yeah, I've done that too though.
Yeah.
But I'm always gonna think about in the woods, mountains,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think of an urban exploration. It's like Hollywood with the
Yeah.
stars on the
Yeah.
ground and all
Yeah.
that type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walk of Fame. Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. And I've
Got
been
you.
there. So, or like Sunset Boulevard. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
Venice Beach. You know,
So I'm gonna say that I think that
my Cali trip was a good one.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
I think that the urban exploration, the advantage in that situation versus a nature retreat, in my opinion, is the fact that the urban exploration, if nothing else, is so much going on
Mm-hmm.
that I think it's a little bit different. I think that if you're not ready to go out in nature,
Don't go.
because nature is definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother world. That's a whole nother situation. Like if you in an urban area, you can still catch an Uber if you got to get somewhere, go somewhere, whatever. You in nature retreat,
You ever noticed this though?
Uber.
Even subliminally with like that, and it's not. Of course, it's not always 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just use both of those situations, right?
Right.
We always become a product of our environment.
Absolutely.
If you notice, most of the time when we're in nature,
Mm-hmm.
you got a lot of people that be in their natural state.
Yeah.
You got what I mean by that. You might have women that usually wear makeup, not wear makeup because they know they about to sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Men that may have cologne on. You know what I mean? He ain't wearing cologne because he know he about to sweat. You know, you might be in a t-shirt. You might be
Mm-hmm.
in some shorts, but then when you go out to the earth, now you got your jewelry on and all. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like we really kind of come into whatever our environment is.
Got you.
Not saying you can't be in both in both places,
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm just saying, that's what the majority that I see. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy. I was
Last
just
one.
thinking.
Last one.
All right,
Okay. You got to play with one of these two, man.
I ain't playing with nothing, man. I don't know what the fuck you talking. I'm not playing. Play.
You got to play with one of these two, man.
One and what to?
Li-
Come on, P.
Lions.
Don't put that. Say that one of these two questions no more, man.
One of these two.
Nah,
Lions
man. You either got to play with the lion
or the Tigers.
or the tigers. Which one got the majority of the female? The tigers. Cause it's
Yeah.
male tigers too, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's female lions.
Lionesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm running with the lions, man.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a king.
Yeah.
And if it's over for me, bitch, I'm with the kings. That's all I'm saying.
And my thing is like if you think about how they look, right, bro?
Yeah.
Real quick. A lion, let's say a lioness, since we're talking about.
Yeah, it started.
When you look at her, she just looks like a much calmer lion without a mane,
Yeah.
right? Think of a tiger right now.
Don't matter.
When you see a Bengal tiger or just a tiger, look at their eyes, their face. Do they look like they feel like playing?
Nah.
Remember Tiger King?
I think what it is.
I don't play with unless it's Tony.
I listen. I'm tell you what it is.
Yeah.
The lion always look like poised, confident, smart,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And everybody respects him. I want you to pay attention. But then when you look at certain, like the tiger, they always look aggressive,
Like they ain't playing.
like they ain't playing.
Yeah.
But they don't get the same respect as the lion.
Ain't that something?
They get respected, but not the same respect. Listen to what I'm saying to you. So even in that habitat, when you live your life like a king, right?
Mm-hmm.
And carry yourself confidently and understand the God that you are,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you get a high respect. And that's for everybody before we close. I don't care what you do. Just walk with confidence in what you do. You're going to always look like a lion. You know what I mean? We're going to go on out of here, man. Yep.
Yeah.
That was another episode of Would You Rather with the closeout of Smooth Jazz. The Porch FM. Listen, man, it's your boy DJ Misinfluential right here, my brother P. Original. This has been episode 182. What's going on? I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all can catch all the episodes. All the episodes.
Yes.
On all your favorite podcast and streaming sites like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Red Circle, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. Pete, tell them where they can see us.
You can see us each and every week right here, Facebook Live on my brother's page, right around 8:30, 8:37. Seems a little bit more appropriate. Mm-hmm. Tune in then. If you missed the live, you can catch it the very next day, 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. If you have not done so already, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Share the content. Please leave comments because I will, and I'm quite sure he will as well, respond to each and every last one of them.
When I see it, I'll respond.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Trust me.
Thank y'all, everybody that tuned in on our live, too. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as we say each and every week, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate the time. We appreciate you hanging out with your two favorite brothers from the porch. And we look forward to seeing y'all next week. Y'all be blessed and be good. All right, family. Peace.
Who on the porch?
Let's go.